Welcome back to Wave of Docker. In today's video, we will be doing a series preview of the upcoming series between the Orioles and the Nationals taking place from Tuesday, September 26th to Wednesday, September 27th. This preview will be a little bit different than the ones in the past. The Nationals actually haven't released their probable pitchers for this two-game set, so I don't want to predict it because in my last video with the Guardians, I tried to predict their Game 1 and 4 starters, and I was wrong on both of them, so we're not going to do that. We're just going to talk about the Orioles, which is fine because the Nationals suck dick and they're really bad. So let's just go talk about the Orioles. The Orioles probables are Kyle Bradish and Grayson Rodriguez. Kyle Bradish has been our number one guy, as I've said in all of these videos. He's definitely going to be our Game 1 starter in the playoffs. He went 6 scoreless against Houston in his last start, but the offense failed to do anything, losing 2-1 on a walk-off hit. But yeah, he's just been phenomenal. And, you know, we need a good start out of him because I'd like to, personally, I'd like to see the Orioles clinch the division as soon as possible. And winning both of these games is a pretty solid step to that goal. So let's trot Brad Dog out there. And, with that, not much can go wrong with that. And Grayson, as I've said in all my videos about him, he's been phenomenal. He's probably our 2 guy at this point, which has been a surprise, honestly, for me. Hoping Kramer, has one final great start in the Boston series to just sort of remind Orioles fans and, I don't know what they're thinking in the front office, but a lot of Orioles fans on Twitter have been very down on Crumb Dog, so I hope that he has a final good start to be like, you know what, I'm the 3 guy. And, he may be the 4 guy because means he's been looking just amazing over his last 2 starts, but I don't know. I like Crumb Dog as the 3 guy, big game Cram. But back to Grayson Rodriguez. He's been phenomenal since being back up in Baltimore. His last start, I think he gave up 3 earned runs over 5 innings, but once again, the offense failed him. Those first 2 games in Cleveland were just they were just weird. They're one of those offense can't hit worth a damn, but the pitching was really good. And those games happen too often for me to be comfortable with that. But hopefully it doesn't happen in the playoffs. But, like I'm saying, Grayson, been phenomenal at this point. He's definitely our 2 guy, and overall I'm just excited to see these 2 guys just be awesome in the playoffs. I'm excited to see the Camden Yards get behind them and cheer for Grayson and Brad Dog on the bump. But let's get into some magic number nonsense. Orioles are 2.5 games up on Tampa Bay. Orioles have 6 games to go. Tampa has 5. They're both off today on Monday, and Tampa starts a 2-game set with Boston tomorrow. We start our 2-game set with the Nationals. Let's get into some hypotheticals for these 2-game sets. So magic number is 3. So that means if we win 3 games over these next 6, we're in the playoffs. Or we clinch the AL East and the number 1 seed in the American League, which is huge for implications in the playoffs just based on who we're going to play in the ALDS. But let's talk about some hypotheticals. So over this 2-game set, we can clinch the AL East and the 1 seed. If we sweep Washington and Tampa loses 1 game against Boston, we clinch the AL East. If we lose 1 game, but Tampa gets swept by Boston, we're in. I think those are the 2 scenarios. Yeah, those are the 2 scenarios. So, it's possible. We could clinch against Washington, but, baseball's baseball. But overall, we have 6 games left. Win 3 and we're in. Win 3 and we clinch the AL East. We're in regardless, but ideally we win 3 of our last 3. And no matter what Tampa does, then we're the 1 seed. If we go 2-4, they have to go 4-1. If we go 1-5, they have to go undefeated, I think, or something. No. If we go 2-4, they have to go undefeated. If we go 1-5, they have to go 4-1. So just win 3 games. That's all I can say. Much shorter review. Obviously, like I said, Washington didn't post their probables, but they're the Nationals. They're bad. But maybe we can clinch from Washington. I am going to the game on Wednesday. Maybe. I haven't decided if I'm going to go to class or not or whatever, but go O's, go Kyle, go Grayson. Let's clinch the AL East. Let's clinch the 1 seed and go and make, do something fun for these last games that don't really matter besides, racking up the win total. But hope you guys enjoyed. Go O's, and I'll see you in the next preview.